Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Time to Rules Campaign 1. This is episode 99. One away from triple digits. Not a lot to go over in announcements today, so we're just going to get right into the gameplay. We have everyone here today, and we're actually doing back-to-back sessions weekly again. Hopefully that will continue going into next week as well. So I will... yeah, let's just get into it. If you're new here, hit the follow button on Twitch, and if you're watching this over on YouTube, hit subscribe. Really appreciate it. All right, let's get to it. Sorry, talking to my brother. But okay, let's get into it.
Where the heck is
Paxton?
Okay. So, let's do a little bit of a recap, and then we will get into it. Since some of you weren't here last session. Last we left off, you guys, the rat bastards, had a fateful meeting with the Rialuar of Auvergne, the five great leaders of various factions that control the fairy continent. After the fairy king, hearing your plea, specifically Vivra's plea, to find a way to rid him of this burden that he took on, the keeping Uldragos, the Great Blue Wyrm, sealed away in this urn. Ultimately, they agreed to help you. In fact, when explaining the situation to them and explaining that you had a great worm trapped, it almost seemed like you saw a glimmer of hope go over the eye of the king. I meant to say that at the end of last session, specifically for Vivra, right before he fell asleep and passed out. Uh, just a look of like actual like excitement and hope in his eyes. But we were left off with you guys being escorted back to to your basically your visitors quarters here in the city. You're brought back by Lyra Barkhopper. You had learned that she is the apparent mother of Alan, the druid companion that you had met well early into all of your journey. After slowly walking your way back to the visitors lane, you all got a nice long rest. Decidedly having a lot on your plate for the next morning. A bit of catching up and happiness and excitement was heard from the room of Ophelia Thorne, having spent a majority of the night speaking with Laura regarding her two really good friends and their mother. After a long rest, all of you wake up rejuvenated. Weaver, you specifically feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. You are
better than I have in a week.
yes, and you all wake up. The day is yours. Plans have been made to potentially travel back to Ebrax via transport via plant, as well as potentially going and visiting Alan, letting Laura see her child for the first time in many, many decades. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do the Do you want to do the reunion between mother and child, or would you like to go to Ebrax first? Or do you want to do something else?
Ebrax first.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
However, do I recall correctly, do we have a sending stone with Alan?
I don't
think we do.
think you do.
I do.
So I
I
don't.
vaguely remember, but I can't remember specifically enough to say with any sort of confidence.
Well, the person who would have it would be Elka, because Elka's been pretty much the keeper of all the sending stones.
Yeah, I don't see one in my pocket.
Okay.
I have one for the king, one to Pavin, one to Elkis, one to Leon, and one to the captain.
I've got one to the dragon lady.
Okay. Then never mind. I have one to Raoul.
Oh, yeah, Raoul. I love that guy. The Dragonborn guy. Yeah, I remember him. Okay, well then, yeah, you...
Okay.
I will say that you are, you made sure to acquaint yourself with the tree outside of Alan's house. You made a point of doing that, Brett.
Okay.
So, Laura you'll find her sitting out, actually there's, in the middle of your courtyard was a pretty large mangrove tree, that not nearly as large as all the other ones surrounding you, but a fairly decent sized mangrove tree. And she's just sitting at the base of it. You see various fey-like birds landing on her shoulders, and you see like what looks to be a three-eyed squirrel climb down the trunk and land in her hair. You see various bugs starting to like crawl out of her crawl out of the vines that are wrapped through her druid-like clothing. But you also notice when you wake up and walk out a picnic blanket around this tree with the various assortments of different breakfast foods, specifically a lot of fruits and vegetables and freshly baked bread. You see some dried, freshly cured meat of some sort. And she looks at all of you and she's like, well, hi there. I was hoping you'd join me for breakfast before we take off and do all the errands we need to run today.
This one would be honored.
I would as well.
Oh, and don't mind the critters. They, you see, all the ones that she's saying that the little squirrel pokes its head out of her like nappy, like tangled mess of hair. I've saved all these creatures and raised them up for various tasks and in my gardening duties, and also helping other druids figure out how to become one with nature. Especially some of the youngins and some getting acquainted with animals and whatnot. So. I do apologize about any of the mess they might make. Unfortunately can't control them too much.
That is one area of studies that this one has been lacking in.
I got the sense that you were a druid whenever I saw you. I figured that was the case with the whole walking stick and the general demeanor. I did feel a bit of a spark of fire coming from you, but I assume that's more your repertoire. Ah, yes, I see. I can do that too, but I prefer not to burn things. I prefer to grow things. As she reaches out to the ground, and you see a patch of like teal-colored moss grow next to the picnic blanket. And then in that teal-colored moss, you see various just brightly colored flowers start to sprout from it.
This one has spent some time with similar spells. When when we were first granted lands and considered nobles, this one made a point to visit all of the corners of our lands and cast plant growth.
Fascinating. Other druids in this world, they're not quite they're similar to the way I do things here, and, specifically in the Grove, but sometimes it's interesting to see how they vary. I've learned some focus more on healing and nurturing, some focus more on the destruction side of things, some focus on decomposing various plants, animals. Some are seen as keepers of, I guess, keepers of the soul. But seeing so many cultures mixed together all under one, we'll call it an umbrella of druidic behavior and magic is always encouraging for me to see. I've lived a long, long life. I've seen a lot and heard a lot, and it's always intriguing to meet a young druid and his friends or their friends and understand what they've been through and how nature has affected them. So it really is good to know that I have a person who's familiar with the craft that I've devoted my life to, and at the very least knows how to wield it to some degree. So that's encouraging.
Thank you.
Well, sorry, I've been yapping along here. If you want to hop in and eat, got plenty of food here. I got the sense that you were, point to you, Weaver, you were more of a meat eater, and I got the sense that, well, I know you burning hearts like your veggies, so I got some veggies for you. Well, I just got a whole wide array of different foods since I don't know what everybody else eats. So, dig in. All grown fresh here and raised fresh here in Esproar itself.
The big guy there, he'll pretty much eat anything. And everything.
To be fair, this one will as well. This one just prefers meat.
And she'll, you'll see her personally, like, reach down, and you see what looks to be, like, a raw onion, like a red onion, and she'll reach down and look at it, and just take a bite out of it.
Oh!
Gallop through my own heart.
That is something my great uncle apparently used to do.
And, yeah, and she'll, like, start crunching, and she'll, like, break off a little piece of onion and give it to her squirrel companion. And the squirrel will,
Elka's gonna grab one too.
hell yeah.
Start nomming.
And the squirrel, like, grab it in his hands and just start nibbling and kind of not like the taste and then spit it out and throw it. And she's like, ah. Scat, you really are just the pickiest little thing. Hold on, I know what you like. And she'll reach down and grab what looks to be some clove of almost like a piece of broccoli, just like a purple colored broccoli. She'll grab it and kind of break off a little piece and hand it to him, and he'll just happily eat it.
Are there any nuts on the table?
Oh yeah, plenty of.
I'm gonna pick up a couple of the nuts and throw them over to the squirrel. And said, "Never met a squirrel that didn't like nuts."
We might as well start eating, Thaddeus.
The squirrel will look at you, Thaddeus, as it's nomming on its little purple colored broccoli, and then flip its head towards away from you, as if, how dare you? And then she'll, like, Laura will notice it. Little one, he's just trying to be nice. He didn't know you don't like nuts. I know it's a stereotype you don't like. I know, okay? I get it. Every time it seems like she's answering, you hear just like the little squeaks come out of the squirrel as if she's talking to the squirrel. Oh. Well, what's the plan today? Are we gonna... I know we're... I know we have some destinations we need to go to, and some I would like to go to personally. But where to start? I mean, I can get us around pretty much wherever we need to go, as long as I've been there before. So
We'll cover the first portion of the journey if you want to cover the portion coming back.
oh, that's fine. I can do that, no problem. In fact, I can transport us right back here to this tree. As she'll reach back and kind of knock on it with one knuckle. But I guess it just depends. I mean, I've been to Ebrax before.
Oh, have you?
Hmm. When I was younger and
Yep.
more naive to how the world works. But yes.
That might make
Right.
the most sense. This one can easily get us to your son's abode.
Oh. Well, I mean, that'd be very welcomed. I certainly hope he's home. I just like dropping in on him.
I do know that Zane here is on a bit of a time management situation, so I would refer to his lead.
Well, I mean, the biggest time crunch we have is to not stress out the guy with the orb now, and it's not me. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't hurry.
Yes, this one thinks that moving quickly would be the wisest course of action.
Very well. I suppose we should finish up our breakfast and be on our way. I suppose I should probably let my husband know that I'm going to be gone for at least a day. Do you think it's going to take less than that?
I don't think we'll be gone the whole day if we work it right.
Hmm.
Quick there, a quick to Allen's, and just depending on everything, we should be able to get back before dinner.
Quick question, ma'am. Is your husband a spellcaster?
Yes. He's the one. He's kind of busy right now holding that urn that you tossed off to him.
Okay, that's never
Yes.
mind. I did not realize that was your husband.
Are you
Yeah,
mocking
that
me?
is. Oh, I think he's just stupid.
I
gathered
I
that.
can't tell if that was in character or out of character. I thought it was just out of character. Just
That was just Todd.
And Zach doesn't break character. How rude. Anyways.
I do say, all I can think of now is this Georgian lady from Savannah.
I'm glad you
How dare you?
found the accent. Or,
I mean, what are based on?
well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the spell ready if all of you are done eating. One moment, and she'll tap her her wooden staff that she has. It's coiled up like a vine, and when she taps it, you'll feel a burst of magical energy, and all of you will gain 10 points of 10 temporary hit points.
Whoa.
On top of the 7 we already have.
They don't stack.
and we would have lost the 7
would've-
after the long rest.
Yeah, you lose
Yeah.
10 hit points after long rest. So most 10 hit points only last for
Unless you're me and just cast defensive field.
yeah, go fuck yourself. Those do stack. Defensive field 10 hit points do stack on 10 points you already have.
Love that for me.
Yeah, artificers, man.
As one who has a tendency to get in trouble, I thank you for that.
Oh, no problem at all. I hope we're not going to run into any trouble. I mean, I know all of you are powerful in your own right, but fighting someone at my age feels a little counterproductive to the goal of my life. But I suppose if I have to protect myself, it's just how it is. Hold on.
Question.
Yes, of course. As she's like grabbing a what looks to be like a horned beetle, and she's whispering into its ear. Go ahead.
This is for actually you. Was she in the room when I went invisible?
Mm-hmm. She's one of the
And
she's one of the Realuar. She's like top
Okay,
one of the 5 top brass here in this country.
And she was able to follow me with her
Clear,
eyes.
she was the one that was actually like looking at you the most.
Okay.
Very confused as to why you were sneaking around in plain view for her.
So I was just curious because I was going to do it again. Then I thought, no, I already did it. So
Yep. Fairies, man. They, True Sight is a very standard thing that a lot of like Archfey have. So you see her whispering to this beetle in Russia. All right, well, I just told well that little one's off to tell my husband where we're going to. So I suppose we can get on the road unless anybody else wants to do anything. Oh, and
This one has no.
is the dragon come with us? Because he can come with, but it's going to be a tight squeeze for him.
Yes, he is.
Okay, all right. All right, well, gather around, and you'll just see her. She'll put her staff and stick it into the ground, and it'll stay in the ground, and then you'll just see her hands like open. She'll like kind of put her hands in like a diamond shape, and then just wipe them outwards. And as she wipes them outwards in front of behind her staff, the tree will just split open with a golden with a hue of light and a bit of a greenish tint around the golden hue of light. And she's like, I can't hold this for very long, unfortunately, so in you go.
Yep, run on through.
zip on through.
I was actually I was studying her pretty intently as she was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But once she opened the portal, I know that it's a pain to hold, so I just run on through.
And then she looks back at Ophelia, Alcus, and Archer, who are both here, or all three are here, and all three of them kind of like, Alcus, I think we're gonna stay here, okay? We have other things to do, and I think all of you can handle doing some errands without us. Well, all right then. As all of you step through, Aragon kind of like lumbers his way through and just barely fits through the crack in the tree. And she just kind of like grabs her staff, walks through, and then shuts the tree behind her. And as you guys walk out, you are, for Zane, and honestly all of you now at this point, except for maybe Aiko, you are in a very familiar place. Let me grab all of you and drop you here. All right. You have landed in Ebrax. Zane, you recognize immediately where you're at, because you are in the Sanctuary of Law, and one of the various oak trees that line the outskirts of the inner ring. As you step through, immediately automatons and Warforge point guns at all of you, ready to fire. And you hear one of them
Calm your shit. Jesus.
One of the Warforge commanders, apologies, sir. Mr. Rona, I see you have returned. Okay, stand down, men. They're with us, I think. And then they'll see,
Yes.
They'll see Ori and be like, I don't know about him.
He's with us.
Oh, okay. And
Good
then
gravy.
see the
I'm
dragon.
not with him. I just showed up here. I was eating dinner. I just,
They point the guns at him.
don't shoot. I'm just kidding.
And then they see the dragon. Creature! It is a creature. We must vanquish the creature.
It's with us.
Oh. And then you'll hear a familiar voice ring out. I was wondering what all this commotion was about, and then I walk out of the inner chamber and I see my dumbass son sitting here with all of his friends in the Sanctuary of Law. What am I gonna do with you, hun? And you see your mother.
I'm gonna give her a quick hug. I need about 12 Warforged cores.
12. What? Huh, why?
I'm gonna try to drain the soul out of an archdragon,
Huh.
and I could definitely use help.
Interesting.
It's payback for the one who did Sylvania dirty.
And she'll like glance over at the Warforge that was aiming his gun at you guys. They could have this one. And she takes her now prosthetic metal, platinum and platinum laid mithril laced arm, and just grabs into the Warforge and just rips it out, not
I need
violently.
empty cores.
Oh, well, you should have said that. You just said Warforge cores.
I need empty cores to drain the soul out of that motherfucker.
Hold on, let me put them back in.
We could update these ones.
Puts the core. They may be a little flawed, but they do their job well. And she puts the core back in and twists.
It has a soul inside it already, and I don't want it to go kaboom.
And as soon as the Warforge core gets twisted back into the Warforged body, immediately his eyes light up. Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you not to do that ever again. That was very scary.
It should be.
Well, you pointed guns at my kid. And that was an error, and I apologize. And
so, when you remove the core of one of these beings, you can put it back later without causing harm?
Yeah.
It's got soul attachment with it, so as soon as it gets back in a usable form, yeah.
Yeah, no, and she'll so, I mean, hold on. And she'll, grab the same Warforge, twist counterclockwise, and pull out this encapsulated core, and you see this giant bright blue orb inside of this container. Yeah, so these are mounting brackets for the Warforge body, and this core right here contains the mind, the heart, the soul, magical capabilities, memories, everything you could think of, just in this little orb here. And she'll shove it back in. Shove it back in and twist.
This one was more wondering. This one was more wondering if they're interchangeable.
Technically, yes. So unfortunately, if you do put a core in to a body that the soul is not used to being in, so say if you put a core you take the core out of say your standard commander soldier here, and then put it into a berserker Warforge, they're gonna have a hard time acclimating. But it can be done without harming them. It's just they may harm themselves, when they are trying to learn their new body.
Interesting. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Todd, quick thing. Your plan is to go stealth in front of all of these Warforged and automatons.
As she's doing this, they're going to be concentrating on her.
Oh, you about to get your ass kicked, boy.
Todd, I'm saying this because there's automatons that this, by the way. Thaddeus knows this because he's been here and has gotten in trouble here. You would know that a majority of the automatons are programmed to watch in a 360-degree panel of view. They would they would notice you going invisible in front of them. And also, Laura would definitely just look at you what the fuck are you doing? So you can do that. If you want to try to do that later when outside of the view of a bunch of people, that's fine. I'm just saying right now is not exactly the are you sure you want to do this?
Not at this moment.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure because...
Is there a marking on that particular automaton that sets it off from the others, or do they all look the same?
There's different paint coats in various automatons. The one that she's taking the core out of clearly has a blood red, like a dark blood red paint on the shoulder joints. trying to think about this. Think about how the clones in Star Wars, because hey, it's May the 4th, so we're going to bring Star Wars into this campaign a little bit. Think about how like the clones have different painted insignias for what troop they're a part of. It's kind of in that same breath. You notice that all the automatons, the sentries that don't have souls but have an automated life, they all have similar markings to this one. But because this one's a Warforge and has conscious thought and can command, it's in charge.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Are the colors that they're all wearing, is that significant of something?
yeah, I mean, it depends on where they're assigned. Like these guys are a part of the guard here at the Sanctuary of Law, so they all have, the dark red is painted onto their armor, so that way we can distinguish who's who. And we have messengers that have a different color. The messengers specifically have a white paint job where they're almost all white. The ones that help out with like repairs for skyships and whatnot have green insignias on them. That and then your standard rank and file soldier will have their rank painted onto their metal body, just for identification purposes. But Warforge tend to, if you're asking more about Warforge can do whatever they want. They can, they're citizens. They're real people that have real souls and real minds, and I can control them personally because I'm the one that put their soul into this metal body. But and these are all my Warforge. Now, to be fair, there are some Warforged out in the world that don't come from Ebrax and are actually a bit more ancient, but we don't. There's only been one that we've studied so far. It's actually the one that you guys ran into. I believe it was being held by some sort of like criminal gang. What'd you call them? The
short arm gang?
Yeah, those guys. Yeah. So the guy that you saved
Rest in
there,
peace.
we collected his body. And
How's he doing?
he's not the same, but we collected his core and we were able to get some data off of it. We don't necessarily know when he was made, but the guys over at the Sanctuary of Magic seem to be doing a lot with what they could gather from his core. His core is pretty badly damaged in the explosion. So, but anyways,
Any chance you're free enough to want to come suck the soul out of a dragon?
I can't do that.
Anybody who's free enough to do it?
Honey, we're at war.
Like my old teacher.
He's not here.
Where the hell is he?
The front lines.
Oh,
He volunteered.
fair enough.
Yeah, no, unfortunately. Tillman's still claiming they aren't attacking us, yet their soldiers are marching on our territory over in the desert. So we're...
Did you just use the...
No. I can't use that. Not yet.
Okay.
As much as I want to, and the purpose... And I guess the situation does seem fitting for its purpose, I can't justify that amount of lost lives. Especially if you got a bunch of soldiers who are attacking on false orders. So...
That's fair.
Yep. So, you need about 12 blank Warforge cores?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I also need to take who with me.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want.
It's more of a not what I want, it's an in case this goes poorly situation.
Oh, you're thinking you die. You're not allowed to die.
I'm trying not to.
Not while I'm alive, young man. Okay? Listen here. I did not break my back to make sure you got the best education and make sure that you were as smart as possible, just for you to go wander off and die because of some ancient dragon. Actually, that sounds badass as hell.
Exactly. So see if it happens. I'd just rather have the backup in case.
Well, your dad's at home, so if you want to go talk to him,
Ooh, can he come with?
No.
It's a chance for him to see Arun.
I'm gonna have
Yeah,
a harder
well-
time. I'm gonna have a harder time telling him no now. But no, he
It would
isn't.
help protect your son.
I'll convince him to come with. Don't you worry.
He can't. He has duties.
Protect his son.
He is.
Please help save the world.
He is our. He is our head investigator. You know.
Did he get everything he needed from the Dragoon.
He didn't really talk about it. He just said that the king of Sylvania was a little unconvinced of the sincerity of the Dragoon. But you know, I don't know. You talked to the king about that. He was pretty eager for your guys' return eventually, but obviously he got a little
We got a bit of work.
got a little thing to do first. If you go talk to Malleus, he might come with you, but he technically needs to interrogate some prisoners of war that is coming up. So unless you have a way to send them back within the day,
We do actually. That's how we got here. We came through the tree.
and then she'll finally notice Laura and be like, "Wait, I know you." And Laura's just like, "Oh, I was just waiting for you to stop talking to your son. You two make a really good pair." Yeah, I thought I recognized you, Zemine. It's been a while. Good. Yeah, good like 35 years or so. Last time I saw you, I was a kid. You were talking to my mom. Well, yeah, you know, us furbolgs, we live a long time. So what are you doing with my kid and his friends? Well, it's about the dragon, but also potentially going to go see my son. So I figured I'd tag along and make sure that these fine young people make their way back to Arun safe and sound. So that way we can figure out this dragon problem. Oh. Okay, well, whatever you got to do, I suppose you could do it. When it comes to the cores, I will do what I can. Obviously, Warforge cores are a bit of a commodity right now since we're at war.
Good sign, at least. But I can get 12 readily.
But I can probably put 12 aside if you buy 12.
I'm assuming that's the correct amount. Maybe 13. Just in case. To try to fully sap this thing of its full soul.
Well,
I'm going to have to do this back to back.
Yeah, wait, what? Honey, are you trying to die?
I have mages to help me. I'll just kind of wave my arms around at everybody around me.
She'll roll your eyes. She'll roll her eyes.
This one has spent, with the exception of last night, the previous 7 days awake through the use of magics.
That's concerning. Are you okay?
Had
This
to be
one is
done so we
now.
could get it there.
Oh, dear.
All more reason for you to join us.
And she'll, like, walk over to you, Weavra, and, like, reach into, she has, like, a little side satchel, reach in, and she'll hand you a, what looks to be a small, container of liquid of some sort.
This is.
She will look at you dead in your eyes and say, "A potion," with a smile.
I'm going to look at Vaten and I'm just going to cast Identify.
It is a small brass flask filled with moonshine. Something,
Alright.
something just to take the edge off, you know?
I think that would better suit me.
This one thanks you.
Of course. Anyways, I'll work on getting the course. Everybody else, we
Does she know that Reaver's underage?
She doesn't.
It's
She
okay.
doesn't. She doesn't know, and she doesn't care. Listen, she gave birth to the chaos that is Zane. You really think she's going to care about underage drinking?
Fair.
And she's like the definition of chaos incarnate herself. Like, she's, well, I won't go into her whole story, but she's let's just say she's chaotic as fuck. Okay, so she kind of waves her hand at one of the Warforged commanders, not the same one she's been taking the core out. That one is far away from her as he can physically be right now. But she's just like, I'll go find the cores. You go, I mean, maybe do some shopping, maybe check in with your dad, go get that guy that you need. And hopefully won't use Zane.
Right?
This one will ensure that he does not need to use it.
Oh, your friends know about this. Okay, yeah, go get go.
Well, they've stayed at the house. It's not like
Oh
they
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. It's been a very long 2 weeks. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so go get your body double. And talk to your dad. Don't convince him to come with you because he's weak-minded. You know how he is.
I can't promise anything.
Okay. Don't let him kill somebody in Arun if he goes with you.
If anything, he'll be helping kill a dragon. So
Yeah, well, the last time he went to a foreign country, he killed 2 soldiers, all right?
where was this?
And she kind of like, shifty eyes. Let's just say there's the King of Savania isn't very happy with us. Anyways,
Before we depart, this one does not wish to overstep, but with, and I'm going to kind of gesture at her arm. This one knows it is custom here to utilize magical prosthetics, but would you like your original arm back?
she kind of looks at it. Let's take a rain check for that one.
Very well.
I kind of dig the fact as she like hits a button on the palm of her hands that I can turn this into a fucking gun.
That is part of why this one didn't want to overstep.
But having a flesh and bone arm back would probably be nice. Yeah, I do miss it a little bit. It's a little harder to. And she stops herself.
Don't say it.
And she points her finger at. She kind of like does like a. Anyways, I'll go get the course.
This one does not know what you reference.
And then she'll like look at you, Zane, and be like, "Wait, how old is this guy?"
Not old enough.
16.
Huh?
Above board, you would know that.
Yeah, I know that.
16.
Huh? And then she like turns around and walks away. Shrugs her shoulders. Legal drinking age in Ebrax is 16. It's fine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it
Never mind
is.
then.
Yeah.
I just kind of assumed it was 18, but
Yep. Well, you gotta think about it this way: you're literally you're living in a country filled with brainiacs and scholars and inventors, and a bunch of creatives. Alcohol is flowing through these streets.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went to an engineering school. I know how hard nerds can party.
Yeah. Okay, so you see Zemine walk into the inner chamber, and immediately you hear the echoing yell of her saying, "I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you guys have to say. I'm giving 12 cores over to my son." And immediately you hear an eruption of just angry like voices coming down out of the chamber. She's an antagonistic person.
Yeah. Looking at Zane, do we need to go assist?
No, she'll be okay. She's really good at what she does.
Very well.
She's one of my favorite characters I've ever wrote anything for. Anyways,
Yeah, we need to go retrieve my father and Wildfire.
This one did not know that that was your Warforged's name.
Yeah, if they choose to keep it once they're in there, we'll see what happens here.
well, lead the way, I suppose.
And I will lead us to my house.
Okay. So, I believe there's a Rona state map somewhere in this bitch. There is.
Better.
Okay. So you guys waltz up. You immediately see the two Titan class Warforge first try to stop you and then realize it's you, Zane, and immediately just go, "Oh, I apologize."
Weren't
Doing
those,
great.
weren't those there to keep us in when we were arrested?
They were,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, just checking.
Same ones, yeah.
Okay.
And you walk in the front door, and off, you hear a sound off to your left side. And as soon as I can grab. Where are you? There you are. You hear a bit of an explosion go off in the basement, and then you hear, "Fuck! Shit!"
I'm just gonna yell, if you're destroying my shit, I swear to God.
Zane? Oh. You're back? I'm not destroying anything. I'm just tinkering. Come on down here.
Must be a new term for blowing shit up.
Lead
This
us
one
all
will
to the
remember that.
workshop.
Hey, kid.
Hey, how's it going, Dad?
Not bad. As he waves his right arm at you and notice that he is missing. There's a distinct lack of a right hand on his arm. Don't worry, this wasn't today. This was like a week ago.
The hell did you do?
Lost a bar fight?
So you lost a hand.
Yeah, but they lost their lives, but
Is that the soldier's mom was talking about?
shit, she told you? Yes, anyways. What do you need?
Well, I'm here for Wildfire,
Well, use yours to take.
because I'm pretty sure what may happen here shortly may potentially get me killed, but you know,
And he like look over you like, no, not allowed to do that.
I'm already aware.
Your mother would fucking kill me.
Yes.
We did just have this conversation with your spouse.
Oh, okay. So she gave you. Okay, I don't have to give you the whole spiel then. Okay,
Yep.
well, yeah, take him. I'm gonna be here. I have
I'm also taking 13 Warforge cores with me.
his eyebrow raises. A
And we're
smirk
gonna go
curls
try to
on his
drain
mouth.
the soul of a dragon.
You don't say.
Yeah, little
And-
fucker we had to go for that destroyed Sylvania.
And sir, with all due respect, we could use your help.
Also that. Do you want to go to Aurum?
And his eyes kind of like widen a little bit.
I believe your wife said it would be okay if you're protecting her son.
And she said, as long as we can get you back within a day, which we can do.
Thaddeus, make a deception check. Zane, make a persuasion check.
I'm good at these.
I will also chime in with the same. This one has recently
That's pretty good, actually. That's
gained the ability to regrow rims. Regrow rims. Regrow rims.
24.
Retro.
24.
Yep.
I have a 22.
Damn. Okay, hold on. Insight. He looks at you like, really? Your mom is okay with me coming with you when we're in the middle of a conflict?
She said as long as we could have you back by tomorrow, which we technically could if all these things go considerably well.
Fuck, I forgot I can roll on here. Oh, that's even better.
Well, you're rolling deception, but
Oh, I thought I was rolling persuasion.
no, Zane's rolling persuasion. You're rolling deception. It's the same number, but it's fine. I'll take your 22 that you had already rolled. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, fuck it. And he throws what he's working on down, and he'll, like, reach down and grab what looks to be a prosthetic metal hand. Just, like, meld it onto his arm, and you'll see it just, like, the same metallic, like, liquid that Zane uses for his armor is the same type of prosthetic he has. And he'll, like, attach it. It's almost like the nanotech from, like, Iron Man, in a way. And it just kind of, like, melts onto his wrist and then forms into a metallic hand that has working joints. Okay, hold on. Grabs a wand, shoves it into his sleeve. He'll reach down and grab what looks to be some sort of large revolver and shove that into his coat. He'll reach down, grab like 6 daggers, line them in the inside of his coat, and like look around. You said we're dealing with a dragon, right?
Yeah. Archdragon. Blue dragon.
Great worm.
Great worm. Big guy. He can be really angry when he gets out.
Gotcha. Blue dragons equals lightning. Well, my coat's already lined with rubber, so I should be fine there. Oh, these will probably work. And he'll, like, reach into a drawer and grab 10, what looks to be 10 small vials of this, like, blue, like almost looks like antifreeze, like that color. Like a very white, like bright, vibrant green. And he'll, like, kind of shove one in his pocket and then, like, here, give these to however many friends you have. I don't know what the number's at now.
There's lots. So
These are potions of lightning resistance.
I will hand one to everybody.
Oh, this one has already received a potion from your spouse, and I'll hold up the flask.
Oh, honey, no.
And he'll look at you like, that freaking troublemaker. Okay.
I need to take that for you.
Son, that's pure grain alcohol. The fact that she handed that to you, someone as young as you, is not very surprising, but also, god damn it, you might not want to drink that. Unless you do, in that case, by all means, bottoms up.
Very well. Have fun. And then hearing bottoms up, I will pop the cork and just chug it.
Oh, shit. Roll a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay, Thaddeus.
The DC was 20. Oh no.
Okay.
It is vile. It does not taste good at all. Just straight bitter. Just bitter, burning all the way down. Except the burn doesn't bother you nearly as much as the bitterness. And it makes you feel like you're going to throw up immediately, but you're able to choke it down and be fine. However, you are severely intoxicated.
This one immediately regrets that.
And Laura just goes, "Oh, honey," as she walks down the stairs and pats you on the back and hits you with a 5th level greater restoration.
Can I stop her?
Sure, if you want. How are you gonna stop her? Just wait.
Just like I'll hold my hand, like politely. Wait, he needs to go through this.
This one.
Let him enjoy it.
Has he never been?
Every man must go through this.
Very well. Don't have to convince me very, very hard. I just, I didn't want him being fooled by someone, but that's fine.
We'll watch him.
I'm very experienced
We'll
in
give that
this.
thumbs up. Yeah, we have to take care of Thaddeus all the time.
That is true.
I got that sense, yeah.
Is
All right.
there any left in the bottle?
Oh, no, he drank it all.
It might be drops.
Is Thaddeus sitting here tweaking because he hasn't been drunk in a while?
Yes.
He's
Trying to check
fucking,
on the drop.
he's just fucking vibrating. He's just like having full-blown
With his
withdrawals.
He picks up the bottle, holds it up his hand, it's tweaking, and in one drop drops out, and he goes, "Ah, thank you, God."
Is it
Do
what's that movie
you
called?
do you need booze, Thaddeus? I have some.
Yes.
No.
He will grab he'll grab a small flask and throw it over at you.
Thaddeus, have you been using that mug that I bought you?
That's true.
I know it's somewhere in my bag. It's very hard to locate.
Well, I'm just curious. You
You
know.
literally have an endless booze supply.
Yeah, so Malleus throws a flask at you.
I'm gonna take a small sip. Small sip.
It's water. And he'll smile at you with his jagged tiefling teeth.
I'll throw it back at him.
And then you'll
Good
see
stuff. Thanks.
you'll see him like Zane, you'll recognize what he's doing. But you'll see him like wave his hand in front of the flask and then pop it open and take a drink and be like, "That's good stuff." He just alchemically changed the water into alcohol.
Oh, I can do that too. I'm gonna pull out my jug and take a sip from it.
If you needed to drink something, why didn't you just pull that out to begin with?
He's only
I'm
had
not-
it since I've known him.
I just wanted to try the other stuff.
What he's trying to say is he's been trying to not drink it temporarily,
Yes.
so that we don't wind up in terrible situations with him nearly dying.
You don't want to have tried this. Very bitter.
Anyways, so what's about going to Arun?
That's coming with.
Yeah, sure, why not? You have to understand, this man has 0 willpower.
Gonna help me deplete the soul of a dragon in the course, so.
Nothing excites this man more than adventure and fucking someone up, so. Alright, so, she was Steel over there, she's not. Well, I suppose, you're waiting for, your mom to secure the cores then, I suppose?
Yep, and then we're heading back.
Okay, well, let's go then.
Well, I guess heading to the next.
Well,
But that's beyond the point.
Where, what are we doing?
We have to make one stop to grab Alan.
Oh, we're getting the big guy. Cool. All right.
This one does not know if, or no, wait, hey, sorry. I don't know if we're gonna get the big guy. Just we got the big guy right here. For the record, this is the first time you've heard Weavra properly conjugate.
You're
Common.
gonna see my helmet melt off, and I'm gonna blink rapidly at you, like, what the fuck?
His
Hey,
Normal.
well, literally, Mal's be like, I think his speech pattern just changed. I'm a little concerned about him.
We fixed him.
I always see you
Zane, let
thinking-
him enjoy this moment. He's normally quite uptight.
He's not.
Or he thinks about the
Oh, man.
times Reavers accompanied him to murder a few people.
It's happened a few times, that's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm not tight. My rooms are quite loose and comfortable. Thank you very much.
Are you okay, Button?
Yes. I feel good.
Oh, I know.
I feel
that's happening
fuzzy.
here.
And now, Vatan, you understand my world.
You had to jumping jack.
I see. He's partially drunk. We'll take that greater restoration spell now.
Wait, no.
Oh, all right.
Fine.
No, this one enjoys the feeling, provided
Let
we
him
don't
enjoy
have
it.
to.
You
Fight
have to get us
anyone.
back to our room later.
Also,
be
he
later.
does.
I
Not
can
now.
still cast. I can still cast a spell.
He still has to manage to get us to my son's house as well. I don't know where we're going with that.
A tree is a tree is a tree.
We need him to be okay. We can't just end at any tree. That is bad.
I guess you do have a point. Vatan, sorry. We need to sober you.
She'll just tap him on the shoulder real quick. Greater restoration. It's all right,
Ah.
honey. We'll get you drunk whenever we don't have to save the world. All right.
This one enjoyed that.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
Broken again.
One thing is you didn't go through the hangover part. That's something you will appreciate. But we'll do this again.
Laura will look at you. What's a hangover? I've never had one. I don't think, at least.
Where you feel sick to your stomach because you can't handle the booze.
Should we all just go out drinking after this?
Maybe once the dragon's taken care of, we can...
Yeah,
Drink.
of course.
That seems like a good plan.
Sure, I don't see why
I'm
not.
definitely gonna need one.
I remember my father gave me my first drink at 8 years old. Just like the rest of the boys in my tribe.
I'm gonna grab like Ori's hand quick and be like, I need you to grab that before we leave the house. And I'm gonna point to the mech closet that has wildfire inside it.
Or he picks up the closet.
Oh, you can open it and just bring.
Well, you don't want any scratches on it.
It's meant to fight people and kill them if I die.
You want it to look as good as possible when it bursts out of this thing, right? I'm helping you out. This is no problem for me. And he'll like kind of put it on his shoulder.
Funny because that's
See, the
not-
DM hasn't asked me to roll a strength check yet. Clearly, I can do this very easily.
And it's not a nuclear bomb.
What's your strength score now, Nate?
That's 22.
Oh yeah, you pick up a Warforge, no problem.
I need Zach to remember this is a paladin wearing heavy armor,
Oh, that changes things.
and it's molded to the armor. So
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
It's a low DC. Still.
Fucking Jesus. I'm doing math. It's above 30.
Yeah, you're good. The DC was 10. Yeah, so Ori just kind of throws the entire mech cabinet over his shoulder that Wildfire's sitting in.
Oh, good. All right, let's go get those cores and then get to Alan.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Very well.
So, oh god, hello, yawns. Jesus. Brain was like, time to speak sentences, and my other brain was like, yeah, no, time to yawn in the middle of that. I'm looking at some of these old maps and being like, oh my god. Torben's castles. I'm looking at. I have my map library because I'm swapping over to the Sunva city
Are you
map.
just reminiscing, or
Yeah. I was like looking at these and I'm like, oh my god, this is where Thaddeus died.
Damn.
I do that too when I'm scrolling through Incarnate.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
man,
where
look at all
that
these.
is.
Man, why am I so sleepy all of a sudden? Yeah,
Magnesium, probably.
probably. Yeah. Okay. So you make your way back, walking towards the Sanctuary of Law. Malleus, Rona in hand. And he's just kind of walking along, all kind of very clearly excited to go to Arun and fuck around with the dragon. As you make your way to the Sanctuary of Law, you just see her mother standing in the center.
Before this happens, I don't want to do it in character, but I would have made the same offer to him that I did to. I'm blanking on her name now.
Oh yeah. Zemine.
Zemine, thank you. If he wants his real hand back.
Huh. Like kind of like squeeze his hand a little bit. Well, I haven't added any cool things to this yet. Just functionality. Is it going to really affect how you can cast spells for the rest of the day? Because I know something like that has to be pretty substantial.
It is. It is my highest level spell slot, but this one would wait until the end of the
When we
day.
get back to Arun.
Yeah, I'd probably take you up on your offer. Yeah. And then he looks over at Thaddeus, who has by far none, bar none, been missing a limbs longer than anybody else in this group.
Wait, Thaddeus is missing out?
Yes, he got half of his hand blown off because of a disintegration ray.
Yeah. And
I
we
thought he
let
got
him just suffer with it because I made him prosthetic fingers.
Oh, my bad. I totally forgot about that. I would have made that offer to Thaddeus very, very first.
I'm kind of looking at you right now, going,
No, that
You
is
do that.
entire out of character. I would have offered that to you like first thing in the morning yesterday, or this morning, I guess technically.
Thaddeus is okay with his
Let me
magical prosthetics.
Let me look up regeneration because I think it's one limb at a time for regenerate. You touch a creature and stimulate its natural healing ability. The target regains 48 plus 15 hit points for the duration of the spell. The target regains 1 hit point at the start of each of its turns. The target's severed body members, which is funny, fingers, legs, tails, and so on. If any are...
Note that those are all plural.
Yes, if any are restored after 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was like one limb at a time per spell, or if it was like a...
Yeah, so if we can retcon that, I, as a player, totally forgot that Thaddeus was missing half a hand. I would have made that offer to Thaddeus first thing when I woke up.
I also love that in the spell it says if you have the severed part and hold it to the stump, the spell continuously causes the limb to knit to the stump, so you can just take the cut off hand and just re-sew it back on with a spell. That's kind of funny.
Unfortunately, it doesn't exist. It vaporized.
Yes, so you'd have to regrow
Right.
new
So,
one.
so you would only have to wait a whole 2 minutes.
Mally's kind of looks at you like, there are people here in this city that are more than capable of regenerating body parts. But I noticed a member of your party over there is missing a couple of fingers. It might benefit you to regenerate his.
No, again, I do want to retcon that
No, I know.
because that is something that, as a player, I completely forgot about.
Yeah, we'll just roll with it and just say that you forgot, and then be like, oh
Okay.
shit.
Now I'm going like, oh, Vatan, I did not know this. Are you going by Vatan now? Weaver. I was not aware that you could do this.
This one recently
Is this a
gained the
new
ability.
thing?
Yes.
Oh. I'm sure you're so accustomed to my abilities with what I am wearing in the glove that you didn't even realize that, this was a while ago.
I did make
Yeah.
him fingers he could use.
Actually, it was in this city that you got your hand fucking blown off.
And you say, Torben?
It wasn't Torben that did it.
No,
It
this
was
is
his
the
dagger.
disintegration ray.
No.
No, it was your
No,
dagger you tried to deflect a beam off of.
But weren't we in
Yeah.
his
No.
place?
No, that was something completely different.
You were at one of the members of the council's houses. Ex-members that you're
that's
investigating the
right.
mansion with Ander, and Ander kind of slaughtered the guards. And then immediately almost got fried by disintegration ray, and then you decide to try to reflect the disintegration ray with a dagger. Which is not how disintegration works.
Minor details.
Minor details.
Totally spies that shit.
I'd have to
Learning.
learn.
Learning experience.
Yes, that costs you three of your fingers and most of your pinky. I literally just looked at my notes to see how many fingers you lost. Your pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and top part of your pinky are all got poofed.
It's a good thing he has them now, thanks to Zane.
Mm-hmm.
And we can
And
correct
actually,
that.
because of that, I kind of forgot about it.
Would you like your original fingers back?
Certainly. But I don't want it to interfere with your abilities that we might need on this journey.
This one will attempt to hold that spell slot, that spell power, until the end of the day. And if this one still has it, he will restore your fingers.
Let's get done what we need to get done. And then we'll worry about this at another time.
Of course. This one apologizes for forgetting.
It was fun watching you get drunk. I will get you drunk when you can maintain it longer.
This
At
one will
another time.
enjoy that. Right, where were we?
On our
Picking
way.
up Warforge Forge so we can get to Alan.
Okay. So you guys make your way into the Sanctuary of Law. There you see Zemine with what looks to be a fairly large briefcase, like a metal briefcase. And she kind of like has it, and she sees Malleus walking up. Hello, dear. Hi, honey. Are those the cores? They are. Can I ask what you're doing over here with our son? And oh, well, they told me that they told me that I was all right to come with.
You wanted your son protected, remember?
Did they now?
You said you wanted your son protected, and we felt
As
it was
long as we
best.
can get him back by the next day.
She'll like sigh. If he's not back by tonight, I'm hurting you, Zane.
I expect nothing less.
And I'm hurting him even more. And Malleus like eyes go wide. So we'll be back. I promise. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say, dear. Anyways, these are the cores. I was able to procure 14 of them.
Perfect.
That are not being used, and all of them are empty. Bring back the ones that don't get used. And I think, needless to say, maybe oh wait, you're a emissary. You're a leader of our. I sure am. Don't worry. Your kindness won't go unpaid. We'll make sure that we have a proper meeting and negotiation for any and all resources spent during your time of need. And if you end up needing help with any sort of ground tactics, we'll or if you need resupplies for your war effort, we can certainly give you some for payment for these cores to help us deal with our impending issue with the dragon up on Aru. Whatever works. I just I had to lie through my fucking teeth to get the rest of the council to agree to doing whatever my son wanted. So just if they ask, just say that these cores are being used because you, Zane, you're doing it's for your research, your personal research. Okay?
Aye.
And if anybody ever asks you in the future, that's what they're being used for. Oh, and by the way, you do know that once the fraction of the soul's in there, that core is just useless, right?
Yep.
Okay, just make sure you don't actually feed. Actually, I don't. Whatever you're using them for, whether it's to store a soul, fracture it up, put it into a vessel, whatever it's
We're gonna
for.
divvy it up 12 times and hopefully just murder this dragon that way.
Okay,
more.
Okay, excellent. Just don't be dumb.
And then we'll be feeding the soul pieces to a flying whale in the sky, known as Arun.
And she'll just stop and look. Huh?
Minor details. You ever heard of what are they called?
Kintari.
Elder Kintari.
Kintari.
I've heard of them, yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna divvy up this dragon soul a bunch of times because it's feasting off the Fae in Arun, and let them use the dragon souls pieces instead.
Okay then. That's great. And that immediately a look gets shot over to you by Lura. I don't think you were supposed to say all that.
Well, it's important.
This one.
Very well, very well.
It is his mother.
This one trusts them implicitly.
Listen, if it works how I want it, we're saving a lot of people, so.
Alright, well, whatever. Alright, well, I believe we should be on our way then. Is that all that we need there, young Zemine? It is. Just be careful, and, honey, if you're not back by tonight, well, you know what'll happen. Yes, dear. That's fine. I'll be careful. Good. All right.
Above board. Technically, that could be regenerated too.
Yeah.
We do need to talk.
Oh my god. All right. So Laura will look at you, Webra. I believe you're up, honey. Time to take us to my son's abode.
Yes. Are we all ready? Looking at everybody
so.
else.
Yeah.
Very
Ready.
well. And how she kind of did the diamond portal thing with her hands. Webra, again, all of his magic is essentially fire based. He will produce a flame, kind of grab it, stretch it out, and almost like he's putting a piece of tape on a tree, like just touch, like put it on the trunk of the tree and then spread it out open to allow everybody to go in.
Okay. And Laura will step through. All of you will follow in after her. With we were being the last. And as you step through into the Blackrun Forest, I need to run downstairs real quick. So I'll be right back. Because I need to grab they need me to grab something. I'll be right back.
Now, an episode from our sponsors.
Yes.
Dun, dun,
So
dun,
take a
dun.
5-minute break if you need to go to the bathroom or anything, grab a drink, any of that. I'll be right back.
Go. In that case.
Boo!
Because I thought Weaver was going to be drunker, to make it more convincing, I put my 2 backup beers away and switched to more bourbon. So, woo!
So did I.
Cheers.
I've learned I don't like bourbon.
Ooh.
I
And
know,
had
that's
good
so
bourbon.
sad.
Not really it to me. I'm not much on alcohol anyway, so
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna ask if you had.
I like rum and other certain stuff like that, but no. I despise beer. So
Fair.
to me it comes down to how good it tastes, and let me tell you, there's no beer that tastes good.
Totally fair.
There are actually beers that taste good.
I mean, I'm a sucker for anything Belgian when it comes to beer.
Yeah.
But relative to most other beers, they also hit like a truck.
That's fair.
American beer is like
Honey?
pussy water. Excuse my French, but
It's the French.
And I'm trying to think of how to say that in French, and now I can't think of the right words. Is anybody mod in TimeToRole's Twitch chat can delete the stupid ad?
Oh, sure can. I think I'm modded. Be gone, bot. Nope, I'm not modded.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not either. Maybe he should make some of us mods.
Yeah,
Probably should.
because I know I keep the stream chat up.
I will say it's one of those that's like, regardless of how many extra fucking things I could put in there to stop that sort of shit from happening, they just find new ways to make dumb shit in
Oh
there.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Just to keep it going. I don't know how many terms I blocked when I first started getting on my streams. It just never Makes a difference.
Yep. Remove the space.
Remove the space.
I'll remove your space, unemployed pullover 6WQI4.
I know, right?
Oh, son of a
You know how much space they left?
biscuit on toast.
One space.
Not enough for Jesus. Because he's in the Bible.
Oh boy. Isn't it the Bible?
The Bible. Yeah, we should really get a summoning spell to summon Jesus to help us kill somebody.
Would he be a... Hang on. I'm looking.
The DM's discretion, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think he would be a no, he wouldn't be an elemental. Planar binding maybe. Celestial. Yeah, we can do that. It would be to
So
it-
fucking funny.
it would be to bind him to my service, but yeah, we can do that.
We could also summon the flying spaghetti monster, but that's a different story. Because it too is a deity in this world. So
May he be touched, or may you be touched with his noodly appendage.
exactly.
Yeah, but I don't think you know about that.
I might. I'm educated enough. I've got that good education.
No, Noetic knows about it.
No one would know about it.
We were surprisingly smart.
Too bad Noetic is a filthy traitor.
No, he's not a filthy traitor. He was brainwashed.
Whatever you tell yourself to sleep at night, Todd.
And now Zach is reading Twitch chat.
Jesus
Doesn't
is
have
a
his
witch.
headphones. Yeah, doesn't have his headphones on yet, and is wondering what the fuck we've been talking about.
He puts his headphones on, like, the fuck?
Let's just pretend we've been talking about how pretty he is.
Oh, he knows there's something about Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Everyone just type
Say
in
he
chat.
looks like
Just
Jesus. God, Zach
Right?
really kind of looks like Jesus.
I actually legitimately saw somebody that, out of the corner of my eye and for a fraction of a second, I legitimately thought was Zach for a second.
So did I. I was like drunk at church, and we were doing like the
Okay.
Eucharist.
I'm gonna hurt you, Todd.
hey, Zach, do you want to make some of us mods, by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah, so we can murder
because
bots.
there's a bot there, and
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we were all trying to murder the bot, but
So
couldn't.
we all looked, and then we got talking about how we could summon Celestial and summon Jesus.
And then you showed back up with your flowing beard. And he choked to death. And was resurrected on the third day.
there's a tutorial for mod view. Oh, we're gonna skip that.
I'm more curious to how Aiko feels about being in Ebrax for the first time.
Yeah, he's been real quiet.
Probably off taking a shower or something.
Probably
going.
trying to get the mod to work.
That too. Okay. So, and no, Jesus is not a lich. He's a powerful mage that he's a powerful mage from the Bible that was really obsessed with resurrection magic.
Exactly. Undead.
not quite undead. Well, yeah, fuck it, he is a lich. Why not?
Yeah.
Actually, Jesus was a Palestinian Jew.
God, we're not keeping that right now.
And an immigrant.
Jesus was a celestial that we can summon with the right spell.
No, he's undead.
The spell of prayer.
Jesus the Lich
Oh,
King.
yeah.
It sounds like a really hard metal track.
Oh yeah, that's right. If he's a lich, he's undead, which means it can't get him with planar binding.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be a good Lich King.
This is where all the evangelicals are fucking heads are fucking imploding if they're listening to this.
They wouldn't be watching this.
No.
No.
Oh, they
No,
already
come on.
imploded this weekend when they saw the meme go up.
Well,
Easy Todd.
We're not talking
That's
about
all
current
I'm
events.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Current events are welcome, just not while we're live.
I was vague.
See, Zach's got a Capri Sun.
I do.
I was gonna say that is a beverage choice.
Base.
What a
Yeah,
child.
Lucas bought like 2 24-packs, so I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll grab a Capri Sun.
Hell yeah.
Might as well.
I'm always afraid of the mold. Like there's that issue where some of them were moldy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they fixed it.
oh,
You
Oh.
they say that, but
Oh.
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 oh no! That triggered a memory.
No.
So, Smart popcorn is made in Chicago. An ex of mine is a CFD paramedic, and
Oh, that's right.
she was called to respond to the Smart Pop factory.
Oh no.
Sparing most of the details.
I fell in the vat.
Not quite. There was a machine-based injury, and literally only the line where the machine was, like only the section where the machine was the only thing shut down. Everything else they kept running.
Didn't he lose a hand?
I think it was more than that, but yeah.
That's
And it showed up a month later in Neppy Pop or something like that.
That I don't remember.
Oh, this was fucking up. Oh, boy.
what's up? Okay. So, you all step through. Are we good? Ready to play?
Oh,
More or less.
Okay.
Discord's done messing up, yeah.
Is it done messing up?
Just-
What was going on with it?
Oh, I just had everybody was hardcore robot-y.
I must have just been you then because I didn't have that issue. Okay.
Do we know Capster? Should I know?
Yes. Kind of. I'll explain later.
Okay. So you walk through to the other side to a dark, sun-spotted forest. You're very familiar with this forest. Welcome back to the Black Run Forest.
Alan!
You walk through, and you immediately see a hovel, the familiar hovel, stone home of Alan. You walk through.
I'm going to stealth, by the way.
Okay. So you're stealth. That's fine. You turn the corner here. Which if you guys want to put tokens down, you can. If not, it's fine. Let's just say if you intend to do anything besides speak and or talk or like or interact, then like if you want to sneak, make sure you have like your token down so I know what you're doing. But walk up and see the door shut. The lights are not on. However, Ori, you do see a very familiar face. Laying down, rolling around in the grass, just off to the left. And it's a face that you never expected to see again. You see a donkey.
It's the boy.
My son.
Laying down, enjoying his life. As you walk up, immediately he stands up, he shoots up, ears back, letting out the loudest, like, donkey noise ever. And immediately just pushes his head straight into basically your belly. And all of a sudden you hear, what in the hell?
It's good to see you, boy.
Dennis, quit making all that noise out there. As the door swings open and you see Alan peeking his head out. Oh, I did not realize that you all were here. That makes a lot of sense, seeing as you're his owner. Welcome. I didn't expect to see all y'all.
We brought you a present.
And his eyes will narrow and look. Ma, was that you? Well, if it isn't my sweet pea. I never thought I'd see you all grown up. And she'll just run. She will full-blown run. And without giving him an option to react, she tackles him to the ground, giving him a hug. This big, like, just huge furbolg man just gets freaking linebacker tackled by his mother. And she's like, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. I just assumed you and your brother were, what, dead? Yeah, well, unfortunately, you're half right on that, but I've heard, unfortunately. Why haven't you tried to make your way back? I thought that your goal was eventually to come back home, was it not? Come help me run the Barcopper Grove and... that was the island of over a century ago. I'm old now. I'm grown. I have my own responsibilities here. I got a donkey that I've been taking care of for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. I got my grapes that I'm growing. I have my herbs around the corner. And I have my tea. And I protect this forest. I have a lot going on. Well, I suppose that's fair, but maybe let me know that, you're alive would probably be beneficial. At least for my heart. I guess I'll get off of you. And she'll give him a big kiss on the cheek. And she'll stand up. So, well, you've gotten so big. And meanwhile, while this entire conversation is going on, Dennis the donkey is just yawing his way to the bank. Just noisy as fuck. Donkey.
Oh, good boy.
Happy to see Ori. Really happy to see Ori.
Giving him hard pets on his head. Scratches.
Giving him the dad pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thaddeus jumps on his back and gives him a hug around the neck, not realizing that Thaddeus is stealthed.
On Ori's back or Dennis's back?
Dennis's back.
Okay, I thought you were like doing like a
Group hug.
No, he like missed Dennis too, and he jumps on the back and he says, you hear Thaddeus's voice going, Dennis, I missed you! You're alive! And you're like, don't really know where I am, but You see him sag a little bit as I've jumped on his back.
Dennis doesn't seem to mind that you're on his back. He's more happy that he's seeing you, all of you again. Alex would kind of like walk up and be like, "Huh. I guess
This
that
is our
donkey. I see. Okay.
Its name is Dennis.
I gathered. Yeah. Hello,
We thought we
Alan.
lost him.
Wait, you thought you what? Why?
Well, you see, when we were getting the Great Blue Wyrm for Leon, we forgot Dennis in the inside of a mountain.
We did not forget him. He was unable to follow us through the
Never
magical
forgotten
barrier.
Dennis.
When we return back to our keep, this one has a gift of sorts for him.
Oh, all right. Well, come on in.
Yes.
Come on in.
We got you a mate.
Oh yeah.
Did we?
How have you been, Alan?
Oh, just getting by, doing my normal thing. Yeah. I do admit the adventure in life was exciting, but I am happy to get back to, knitting and taking care of my plants and.
You want to help keep me alive?
I've done that before.
Want to do it again, just one more time?
That depends on what's going on. Come on in and talk about it before we get some tea at least.
All right.
And his mother rushes in after him. Is very, very. She's giddy. Is the best way to describe her. She's just very happy to see her son.
I'm gonna walk out into Alan's house and just be like, so we're going back to Arun for a little bit, and the big ass blue dragons that attacked Sylvania?
I remember. Yeah.
We caught the big one, and we are going to try to fraction its soul and kill it that way.
Huh. And I'm sorry, you said this is all in Arun?
Yeah, we have it in a magical urn currently, but to drain its soul out with these cores that me and my father can do, we have to unleash it from the urn, which could bring mass devastation. And me and my dad pretty much just need really good healers to keep us going while we do it, because I won't lie, draining souls into Warforge courses is exhausting as all hell. So.
Roll a persuasion check.
Uh, 22.
Okay.
As much as I...
Would a +5 make me beat it?
Yes.
I'm going to flash a genius to get to a 27.
As much as I would like to help you, I don't think I have it in me to go back there.
Oh, you wouldn't have to stay.
I was spirited away there by a tree a couple of months ago, and as soon as he says that, his mother goes, "You were in the country, and you didn't tell me? What? I'm hurt." Now, Ma, I didn't have any option to get a hold of you. I was in the southern part of the country, and there's a bit going on that we had to, it was just a lot. Well, I'm making the decision for you, honey. You're coming with. But, Ma, you are coming with, and you're coming to see your father, and that's final. Do you understand? Well, I suppose I can pick up a bag and come on with. I am coming back, though. I'm not staying. That's fine. I'm not stubborn enough to take away the life that my son has built for himself. Speaking of my son, do you know where Eustace is buried, or is he buried? Did he get cremated? Oh well, he was buried over in Valencia. Actually in just north of the capital, along the sea. Alistair's the one that facilitated his burial, along with another one of the friends that were there. She helped with all of that. So, all right. Well, I suppose I'm gonna have to go see him. Do you know roughly where? Well, I could take you there myself. There's a tree that I planted there just so I could return and see him whenever I felt like it. Oh, well, maybe once we're done with all this blue dragon nonsense, we can go back there and see him. It would be, I wouldn't mind that. Maybe bring Dad along and... Yeah, that sounds... I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to get all swept up in a reunion, but...
Oh, you're fine.
That is why we came. Alan, this one would like to apologize. This one would have reached out, but we did not have a way of contacting you.
We can now. You got 2 rocks, Alan?
He just points to his windowsill just filled with different rocks.
I'm just gonna grab 2 and just.
Oh, not those 2. Those 2. Grab some of the more. The ones on the right, the ones I haven't cleaned yet. You can take those.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab those 2 and turn them into sending stones quick and toss Alan one.
Oh, well, all right.
You don't get out of that this easily.
And this way, we can let you know before we arrive like this unannounced.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
At least now your family can come visit you.
They can. That's I'd always just assumed that my parents were busy doing their duties, and I was busy doing mine, I guess. Figured that eventually we'd find each other, but Ori, good to see you. As Ori walks in.
You drag Dennis in with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just literally typing the same thing.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So like they're the same things going on. Hello.
Are you just carrying Dennis?
And I'm tiny.
Yeah, and I guess Thaddeus now.
Thank you.
I'm gonna unstealth.
Well, it's good to see you too. I see you're acquainted with your hooved friend.
Is that an apple on the table?
It is.
Ori's gonna pick it up and feed to Dennis.
It's poisoned. You killed your donkey. I'm kidding.
Why would he have a poisoned apple just laying around? This evil man. He's not going with us.
He acts like a country version of Gandalf. He's actually a country version of Sauron. Anyways.
I think of a Sauron quote, but
Or you did notice that a piece of cheese came out from a invisible arm and started feeding Dennis the cheese.
I think at this point Ori would know you're there.
100% would know by now.
Being around, probably from the screaming and you being invisible all the time.
Yeah. You knew I was on his back. We missed you. Alan, thank you so much for taking care of our friend.
How did you find him?
Well, when I was,
Yes.
went with you to, remember, I was with you guys.
That is true.
And I noticed that he had been left behind, so once you dropped me back off here, with Anders' ship, was Anders? No, you just teleported right to us.
Yep.
Once you, brought me back to my hovel, realized that he was still there, so after you guys left, I went back and I had to kill a couple of devils, a handful of demons, persuade 2 dwarves not to kill me.
Did you just give him booze?
No, I just let them know that I wasn't their enemy, and when they didn't listen, I persuaded them to stop. I knocked them out, if you're wondering.
Oh, that's
Good
fine.
man.
Next time, just give him alcohol. They can be weak that way. So can I. Speaking of which, do you have any?
He doesn't need any.
No. I actually don't know of a wine.
I've got my own.
So why'd you ask me if I had alcohol?
Because it might taste different than mine. He's got some beautiful grapes out there.
Yes, and they're for eating, not
Oh,
brewing.
maybe you were making wine.
I suppose I could. But, yeah, no, anyway, so I found him. He was very excited to see me. I grabbed him, killed the devil that was trying to eat him, and, guided him to a tree and brought him here.
Have you gotten very attached to him?
I wouldn't say I'm very attached to him. I get along with a lot of animals, so it's kind of how it goes.
I maybe I'm speaking out of turn here, and I'm pretty sure because he's mostly Ori's friend. But at our keep that we have, he's been on our mind, and we actually got a friend for him.
Oh, I mean, by all means, take him with you.
Hear that, Ori? We can take him.
Of course we could. He's our friend.
I'll drink to that.
Likewise.
Oh yeah. Here, have a couple sips from my jug. Wait, hold on. Oh fuck. I gave him the wrong one.
Oh no.
I mean,
Weaver's passive perception is good enough to know what's poison and what's not.
You see a little skull and crossbones on it? It looks like it was written with a rabbit paw.
This one thinks that is not the correct jug.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Didn't even have Dennis back for a day, and you're already trying to kill him. Jesus Christ.
No.
To be fair, he was attempting to kill me.
He wasn't trying to
Even
feed
worse.
us.
And to be fair, our wonderful rabbit saved his life because she's the one that put the note on there that this is poison. I'm sorry.
You're supposed to keep track of that. It resets it daily.
Yes, sometimes my wisdom isn't the greatest.
Sometimes. It says sometimes.
Or your
Which is
intelligence
why
by the
this one's
same
on top of that.
Intelligence is fine. It's just often clouded.
Well, I suppose if you need help, yeah, I can come with.
That would be great.
We're getting the gang back together.
All right. Well, let me get my things. And he'll stand up and walk into his room. And 2 minutes later, he'll walk out with the single leather bag that he's had forever.
Oh, we've got a surprise for you outside.
A surprise? What?
Well,
Do
in
we?
the house. Aragon.
Oh, the dragon. He'll walk out. He'll like poke his head. Oh, wow! Would you look at that? The little lizard grew up.
Ain't so small now, is she?
Yeah, well, dragons grow really fast, so it's kind of how it is. Well, I also see Aiko is back with you guys. It's good to see. Whatever happened to that Court Aorm anyways? Were you able to save Leon and help the king and everything?
Yeah, we got him back. Saved Leon with it.
Good. I mean, I was there, but I don't know, I was pretty bent on, getting home.
Returning home.
So I didn't really care at that point in time, but yeah, no, I mean, I think, that's good. Glad you saved him. So, I suppose, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are, but is there anything else you got to do here in the forest, or?
No, we can hop right to it. Take us back to our room.
As you go
At
to...
this point, it is on your mother to transport us, ideally.
Yeah, I
This
got
one would
it.
like to maintain his 7th level spell for Thaddeus.
Hmm. She will walk up and do her ritual, open up the tree. And as she goes to open up the tree, you'll see the tree wrench closed. As you hear hear a faint giggle from the forest.
I don't know if I have that much would I have enough control over my produce flame to throw the flame in the direction that I heard the giggle come from, but dissipate it before it actually hits any greenery?
I'd say it would take a skill check, but you could probably do it.
I'm willing to risk that.
Okay. So, do me a favor. When you go to cast it, you throw it. When you throw it? Is it? I assume it's a attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so go and roll your attack roll. DC for what you're throwing at is pretty low. 21. Okay. That's fine. You throw it in the general direction you hear the giggling from, and as it's hurtling through it, what I'm going to need you to do is effectively roll another attack roll, because it's going to be a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. Significantly less.
Yeah, unfortunately, DC was 15 for that level of control. You overshoot it by about 5 feet. You don't make contact with what's giggling, but it does strike a tree and fizzle out as it hits the tree, and you're able to prevent the wildfire from spreading.
Excellent.
I also want to remind you that Ori is currently carrying a Warforged and also a donkey.
Yeah. He
I
tied
did forget
the
about that.
cabinet to his back, just so he had both hands.
I dig that. That's fine.
Hey, Ori,
Yeah.
put the cabinet on Dennis's back. Save
What?
yourself some. Put the cabinet with the Warforge on Dennis's back. He's used to carrying heavy stuff. Save
I
your.
think this might be too heavy for Dennis.
You can make
I
an
know.
animal handling check to find
Maybe
out.
if we put like wheels on it. You know what? I don't want to encumber Dennis. He's been through enough.
That's true. I'll give him more cheese. He's not gonna shit for a month. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought my computer just froze up.
I think we're all silently judging you for the fact they're giving cheese to a donkey.
And it was
I'm-
everything. It won't shit for a month.
Donkeys eat cheese?
No,
Probably not.
I already looked it up.
I was typing it in. Thank
The
you.
only dairy that they can consume is that of their own mother's milk.
So,
Okay,
Todd's
animal
act-
handling check.
so once
See
again,
if they can
Todd's-
eat cheese.
Thaddeus is actively trying to kill Dennis.
I feel like Ori would know about donkeys, actually.
Make a nature check.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Thaddeus
Weaver would know.
misses-
Yeah, I would have stopped that.
What's my,
Thaddeus misses his little cheesemonger.
Doesn't mean you can kill our donkey with it.
15?
Yeah, you wouldn't really know, but Weaver would know.
But
What?
cheese is not good for donkeys. It would cause
And
more
all
harm
this
than good.
cheese for Alara. What am I supposed to do with it?
You could eat it.
I guess that's true. It's kind of moldy, but
Or you
and
could
here,
save it for her the next time you see her. Where is that little one, anyways?
I will also hold open my bag of foodstuffs, gentle repose. my basic magic refrigerator.
Yes.
I will hold that open for the cheese.
I'm gonna dump probably about 10 pounds of cheese of different molding statuses into his bag.
Nice.
I, believe it or not, think I have plenty of room for it.
You do, actually. I think it hold a lot. I think you can hold 100. I think you could hold 100 pounds of food.
You said 50.
Is it 50? Okay. Yeah.
Yep. But I don't think there's anything in it at the moment.
Gotcha. So while all this is happening,
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. I just chucked a fire.
yes, you checked the fire.
Chucked fire.
You
at
checked
something.
fire at something and then immediately opened your cooler. Like, just put it in there.
Let me explain these different cheeses to you. There's Gouda, there's smoked Gouda,
I'm
there's
gonna whack Thaddeus upside the
There's
head
just
lightly.
there's now
Like,
cackling through the woods at all of you, and I'll be like, settle down, settle down. We don't want troublemakers going on happening right now. You move on with your life. But that's no fun. That's no fun. That's no fun.
Okay, so Alan is talking to
Yes,
whoever is
Alan's
making
just
the
speaking out into the woods, and he'll look at you. Weaver. Fire won't do anything to these creatures. At
would they
least-
like cheese?
Cheese. Cheese. No, we don't like cheese. We like mana. We like magic. We like energy.
It's magic cheese.
I can give you some magical energy. You just have to show yourselves to me.
Well, that's
I will step out as well.
there's multiple exultant ones there. That'd be bad for our health. I'll stay here. Yeah, stay here. Stay here.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Get some
fun.
magical cheese.
And Laura will step out, gripping her staff, and she'll say, I'll give you to the count of 3 to get out of these woods and come talk to me, or I'm gonna force you out of these woods and come talk to me. These are Fae at work, by the way, dear, as she pats you on the back, Weaver. I know Fae, obviously I know Fae from any other thing. You have 5 seconds before I do something reckless. Huh. Ooh, the Exalted One's speaking. She's speaking. Oh, she's from the homeland. Oh, we should show ourselves. No, we shouldn't. She'll kill us. Now, I won't kill you unless you come show yourself. See, she won't kill us. She won't kill us. She won't. And you'll see 3 little pixies fly out, like just zipping out of the woods, landing in front of Alan, Laura, and Weaver, and in front of all of you. It's sorry. We were just playing some fun. Yeah, just some fun. Really, just some fun. We felt Druid magic being casted, and well, it's fun interrupting Druid magic. Sorry. Now I understand. Being a tricky little son of a gun can be fun for all you small pixies. I get it. You're just like that back home. But you're a far place from home, little ones. And messing with people who are much stronger than you probably isn't a very good idea now, is it? No, it's not. It's not. We're sorry. It was a mistake. Now, I know it was a mistake. But you need to understand that we're just trying to get home, and interrupting one of my spells is just not a great idea. So, you can either crawl back into your forest and not mess with my son ever again, as she puts both hands on Alan's shoulders, or I could burn you to a crisp.
This one would enjoy helping with that. And I will produce flame again, but not throw it. It'll just sit in my hand the way most of my magic is.
How would they taste with cheese?
I'd imagine pretty good, although pixie dust does make you fall asleep.
Oh,
You should kill him anyway.
And she'll turn around and look at you. I think there's a lot of deep-seated aggression that lies within your body there, Ori. Maybe we should speak about that one day.
I'm not really aggressive, but yeah.
Pretty deep sea.
I mean, I'll do it. Put down Dennis gently as the gentlest Ori has ever been. And then he'll take out his weapons.
There are multiple things that dwell within Ori.
2 things.
And she'll look at you.
It's true.
She'll look at you. I think it's probably more than 2, honey.
What?
You being
another guy in there?
Ori.
Now looking at Ori.
Okay.
And she'll look at you. Maybe I'm wrong. And she'll smile and turn back around to the pixies. Run along now, little ones.
Later.
You have more voices you haven't heard yet?
I hope not. I'm having a hard time dealing with 2 of them.
This one has met 2 of them. Well,
Yeah, the nice lady. She's not even a hard. It's the other guy that's kind of giving me a hard time.
Well, who's the 3rd? Or 4th?
I'll ask the nice lady later when there's some downtime in the session.
Ori, don't forget
I
the
fucking
spider
hate you,
lady
dude.
that talks to you.
I'll take some damage.
You son of a bitch.
It just comes out. I'm sorry. I'm over the spider lady. She's her mom was kind of a bitch.
Like stepping on me.
Well, I believe it's time for us to go. As she says that, the pixies kind of stand at attention and then float to the side and let her walk through to the tree again.
Can I javelin one?
They're really small, dude. You could try.
Let me look. I haven't thrown a javelin since I did that incredible feat of strength with That dragoon.
Just full on superhero javelin. That dragoon.
Fucking. That was probably the coolest thing I've ever done in D&D. Plus 11.
Okay.
And yeah. It is a 28.
I don't even have to roll a pixies, the special ability. At least these pixies. Yeah, that misses.
Oh man.
Yeah. They just a fucking javelin.
Wait,
Just
flash genius.
it doesn't
Do we
count.
still have it?
It doesn't count towards attack
Oh,
rolls.
it's like for
For
skill checks.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. All right. I guess it was like sticking a tree. Do the floppy thing.
so you'll notice you'll throw it at them, and it will miss their hair, but you'll see it almost like they stick, all three pairs of eyes are looking up at it, and it's like they're forcing it to go over their head. It's weird. Pixie magic.
Oh,
But
I don't like that.
It sticks into the tree, and Laura turns around and looks at you. We just talked about this, Ori. Just because they're messing with us doesn't mean you have to kill them.
Well, I haven't killed anything in where it looks as a wrist. Oh god. Actually, how long's it been since we fought Spider Mom?
About 4 days.
It's been about 4 days. I'm itching.
Well, you might get your chance with a dragon or later, so just contain
It's like a while.
your murder, all right?
Is there an animal around I can see?
Make a perception check.
Well, there's Dennis.
How dare you suggest this is above board? How dare you suggest that?
Listen, you're the one who said animal.
Would
Dennis's family.
sparring?
Oh, 30-20.
30-20. There's various animals roaming around in the forest, but none of them are staying still enough for you to feasibly get any sort of shot off on them. They're moving about.
Would it calm you to destroy Newt?
Nah, he'll just come back. I like Newt anyway.
Newt does not mind.
I feel like that's rude. That's like hating one of you guys. I've done that before, and I felt really bad about it. God, side-eye Zane.
Fucking nearly killed Zane.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah, the fact they just
Like he did it.
stuck him into the side, just stuck him right into a set of stairs, just like.
When he stabbed him with the axe, and then he threw the axe.
Yeah,
I think
that's exactly what you did.
kind of sick.
Kind of sick.
It's like the anime moment of the hero getting impaled and then just getting launched. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, you gotta respect it a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go out at night or something and do Prime.
Newt does not mind.
I was trying to be. It really doesn't do anything for me.
Ah, very well.
I did it once before, and it was like, okay. I think if I did it again, it would have a lesser effect.
Very well.
All right. Well, out we go, and she will cast
Transport via plant.
transport via plants. And the pixies will watch it and fly away and watch as you guys all climb in and leave.
I flick off of the pixies.
They don't notice because they are terrified of her. So yeah, you guys walk through. You return back to the visitors lane, and Esperoir. Let me grab you guys and boop. And it is about where it was about on average, maybe probably getting close to noon. Where you're at with Alan, it is now getting closer to dark here in Arun, where the floating island is actively at in the hemisphere of, or I guess the rotation of the planet for the sun. But it's starting to get dark, and well, not dark, but it's evening. It's getting close to evening, and the sundown's probably about maybe an hour away. And you all land back. Alan walks out, Malleus walks out, and Dennis, immediately terrified of teleporting to trees. Since the last time he teleported through a tree, it was because he was being saved by a devil. But Dennis, along with Aragon, both kind of like flop out onto the grass. Aragon staring intently at Dennis, but not in a predatorial way, almost in a like weirded out sort of way. He seems curious about him at most. But
Aragon, this is your new brother. Be nice.
And he'll nod. And yeah, so the rest of the night is yours. If you wanna, you have cores in hand. Do you want to start doing it tonight, or do you want to wait until tomorrow?
We want to get into the middle of a fight right off the night and into the night.
Or do you want to take a long rest?
Sounds like I feel like we should long rest first and then get everybody together and let them know what we're doing.
Fair enough.
Personally, at least. If anybody else has a better idea. I hear no argument, so I guess that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, no complaints here.
All right.
If we are long resting though, before going to sleep, I will take the minute to regenerate, or I guess 3 minutes, 1 for casting, 2 for waiting, to regenerate Thaddeus's fingers.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh, speaking of other like nighttime things that you guys tend to do, are you I asked this a while ago, but is there any sort of like scrying you guys want to do?
I do not have anything along those lines prepared, so.
Fair enough.
Oh, I do have scrying prepared, but I do not have dream prepared. And yeah, I'll ask Thaddeus.
Yeah, I mean, like, or just in general, is there anybody you want to scry on? Do you want to check in on people? Do you want to, like, there's a lot.
I will open that to the party. There's nobody that I can think of off the top of my head.
No, I'm good.
I'm not scrying on that bitch again.
I have an idea.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I kind of want to check up on my dad.
Could you describe him for me?
He looks like me, older.
This
That's
one
it.
will do his best. And
yeah. So, secondhand knowledge, the So this definitely be a secondhand knowledge modifier.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he gets a +5 to his roll. What's the saving throw for you? 18. Okay.
18. Yep.
All right. So you go to cast Scry. You grab the silver mirror that you acquired, and look into it and begin your incantation. Okay.
Actually, beforehand, I would ask if he had any like possession or anything, from his father.
Technically, he would have something from his village, technically, but not from his father.
And I don't think that would take.
Nah.
No, well, you can scry on a place.
That works. Yeah, that works.
If I remember correctly, hold on. You see and hear a particular creature. No, it is not a place. That's
okay.
Yeah. The place is like legend lore or something like that. But that's
Maybe.
like
I don't know.
it's not. It's legend lore is where you can like learn of the history of a place that you walk into, like where you can see like events that happen. Okay, so you cast your spell. You see in your mind you see flames billowing up, and in a you see flames billowing up, and then you're engulfed in these flames, and then pushing through the flames you see a small village, not very built up, but you see multiple small round cottages, primarily made of wood from the surrounding area. Some of them have thatch roofing, some of them have wood. You notice multiple voices coming from this vision. Some old, some young, some sound a lot like Ori. And then you key in on an older Minotaur man, shorter in height than Ori, barely. Darker gray hair, much darker gray than Ori's. You see age marks in the form of his skin having sunspots of just being out in the plains. And you notice he's actively talking to someone. Talking to specifically a elvish man who is about 6.5 feet tall, wearing actually pretty standard adventurer's gear. Behind this elvish man, you see 3 other figures that you can't quite make out. But then the Minotaur man kind of like looks over at them and smiles, and you see him handing something to them. Looks to be maybe some sort of currency. You don't recognize this currency personally, Weaver, but you then see him kind of sit down on a chair, and you hear a voice of a female call out from inside the home he's sitting next to, saying something along the lines of, "Dinner's ready, dear." And the vision will kind of fade out. You'll enter back into the flames, and then your consciousness is back within your brain.
And assuming Elka is on board, I would, again, because my grasp of common is not necessarily that great, I would be relating this all in Draconic to Elka for her to translate to common.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So all of that would be translated to you, Ori.
Huh. That was weird. It really, traded too much, I guess.
Did I get the sense that it was like maybe a protection fee or something sketchy like that?
Make an insight check.
Oh yeah.
As far as you're concerned, at the surface level you can gauge, there was a smile on this Minotaur gentleman's face whilst handing them some form of currency. But you really can't gauge if it was a fake smile or if it was, or what entailed with that deal.
Okay.
Yeah. Only
yeah,
wild guesses at this point, really.
I would relate literal. If I cannot tell, I would relate literal point by point. What's happening as I see it.
Ori, as you're hearing all this, go and make a history check.
Uh, 18.
18. You would know that in the country of Astrium, it is primarily dominated by an elvish population. However, you do know that with how close in proximity Ori's home village of Kumlats is, you would know that it's relatively close to Oslo, a trading, basically an oligarchical system built off of the trading of goods across the plains. You would know that Astrium and Oslo have a pretty good relationship, and that both of these countries are relatively new, and have been formed within the last 20 years because of the splintering of the Valentian Empire after the Titans War. You would also know that a majority of the people that would come through your village as visitors would either be refugees, wandering merchants, or adventurers looking to either get a lay of the land, get some form of respite in your village, or in some cases trade or get paid to do a job. But it's really hard to tell what your dad is doing, just having it described to you, but you can guess it's probably one of those three things. Nothing more nefarious. You can gauge nothing more nefarious just because of the shit insight.
Fair.
Well, he seems alright. He's alive.
That's always a plus. Especially in this world.
Yeah, I'll take it. He's alive. Plus, you heard a woman in there talking to him.
This one did.
Yeah, okay, she's good. Yeah, we're good. Double thumbs up.
Is he actually good? Or are you actually good?
Roll a deception or persuasion check. Don't tell me which. And just say the number. Your choice.
Yeah. Ooh. What is 1 plus?
Oh no.
Where's my modifier at? All right, 1 plus 2 is 3.
3.
So is Ori good?
No, he's not. You can feel sort of a sense of like longing. Like perhaps he misses his home.
For future reference,
Mhm.
could I have picked up on a tree in that vicinity through the scry?
I'm gonna say we'll retcon a little bit. Make a perception check.
Aye.
14. It's from what you saw in that image. It was a majority of it was just open plains and housing.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not a single goddamn tree. I mean, I get it. I know where he lives, but it's
Not within the
visual.
direct visual of your parents' house. Yeah.
When I get there, we're planting 1 tree.
Call them Weaver trees, so that way they're just Weaver's way to just bounce around the entire map. Oh, Jackson, you need to stop begging, buddy. I don't got anything for you. All right? He's just sitting here staring at me, whining.
You think?
I'm gonna ask Ori since we got a little downtime tonight. So we're gonna try and figure out what the third voice is.
Real quick, I wanted to, before we get into that, I'm gonna say to Rivra.
Weaver, yep.
Rivra. I don't know why I messed that up. You think there's someone here that could just take me there real quick?
This one did not see a tree there. Perhaps someone with more arcane means.
There you go, just in and out. Oh.
You do know 3 very powerful, or 2 very powerful sorcerers. That
I was about to, ask, Elka, is that something your uncle is capable of?
Perhaps. I'm gonna pull out my sending stone and toss it to Weebra, the one that goes to Elgis.
okay.
You're welcome to ask him.
I'll look at the sending stone and friend Elkis, this is Weavra. This one has scryed upon Ori's father, and we have questions. Could you make your way here for us? I was not counting, so I'm assuming that was well.
I was counting. You hit. Can you hit 26? So can you come here and help? Not help us.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it works.
Close enough.
He got the gist. Okay. So about 30 seconds will pass, and you'll hear. A little preoccupied at the moment. I can be over in about, what do you say, dear? Probably...
Oh, God.
Yeah. I'll be over before the end of the night. No, not right now. Bye. And you'll
I am rolling.
Like not
Alternatively, I am
not great.
Yeah, rolling mediocre or ass, with the exception of the one insight check that I rolled.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fair.
Weaver being who he is, and not having a total understanding of dynamic the dynamics of romantic relationships. That entire interaction would go right over your head.
Fair.
They're fucking.
Hold on to the
Anyways,
past.
I would relay that as he said that he would be able to come by later tonight.
Honestly, who picks up a sending stone when they're in the middle of that?
your goody two shoes uncle, who's
Yeah.
very
And-
duty driven.
I will also hand the sending stone back to Elka.
Thank you.
Something about rabbits fucking, man. That's just how it is. Anyways,
I guess while we wait,
there's been a lot of that.
had to ask something.
What's up, Magic? Did you want to ask
You
something?
wanted to ask Ori something?
Yeah. You gonna find out what the other voice is, or multiple voices, since they said there was more than potentially the two you know of?
Yeah, yeah, hold on, let me ask. Close his eyes and try to talk to the nice lady.
Roll a D100.
That's who refers to her. 50.
50. Wow, that's actually the number.
Really?
Yeah, 50. I have certain numbers that work. There's 10 numbers out of 100 that work. 50 is one of them. She will. You'll hear. What do you say? What do you say?
Excuse me, miss. I have a question for you. If you have the time.
I have nothing but time in here. How can I help you?
Yeah. Someone made a comment that there might be more of you in my head. Not you specifically, but another entity. Besides the other guy who we're gonna pretend he's not here at the moment.
I can hear you.
Just close your ears. I might as well ask
Fine.
you too. What's your insight on this? Did you invite a friend over?
There's no one else in here. Yeah, I'm not feeling any other deities inside you. Perhaps on the external, there's something that's attached to you. Maybe a ghost of some sort.
Oh God.
Perhaps a cursed item that you picked up along the way. Yeah, it could
What?
be. It could be a whole host of things.
I don't remember picking up anything cursed.
Well,
I got my weapons.
Perhaps. I mean, have you ever sat there and asked if they were cursed?
Maybe I talked to my weapons. Can you see if they're cursed?
That's not exactly something I'm able to do when trapped inside of your body.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to them. I appreciate both of your times, even you.
What is his fucking name?
Malar.
Malar. It's Malar and Sune who are in your body.
Yeah, I remember Sune. I just remember Malar for some reason. Even you, Malar. I hope you're having fun.
He grumbles.
Don't grumble at me. I gave you a compliment. He'll hang up his brain.
That's as you're hanging up your brain. So yeah, as you're hanging up your brain, Sune says, "Do check with all of your. Perhaps one of your allies has something cursed as well. It could leak onto someone else just for close proximity. Curses are nasty things."
Oh, for God's sake! Thank you. I appreciate it.
Can't believe you hit one of those numbers. That was convenient.
Kind of open his eyes again. Take out his weapons. Look at him. Hello.
Nothing.
Alrighty. That didn't work. I'm out of options here.
It wouldn't be Calypso, would it?
No. Nor Zane's gauntlets. They're
The dagger? Do we still have that?
nope. That's gone. That's
Okay,
what the queen.
worked,
That's what the queen of Sylvania.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. So, they suggested something in our possession, everyone's possession, may have leached onto me. So, any ideas here?
Well, I mean, if it's like ooze off, it talked to me.
How about you talk to your gauntlet, see if they have anything?
Ooze and off. Do you have any insight here on if there's a friend of yours around?
I don't know. Hey Zane, how about you touch Ori with me? On the shoulder's fine.
Hold on, be careful.
Yeah, on the
Just,
shoulder's fine.
FYI.
What?
Just, be careful, because one of my friends got sucked in my head before.
I'm just gonna touch you with both gauntlets on your shoulder.
Okay.
Yes, this one was sucked into his head.
Mind you, neither of you, nobody but Zane hears these goblins talking. So Zane's just talking to his face, literally
Well,
just
he said
talking.
that as he was like kind of reaching his hands towards.
Yeah, Zane's just like looking at his fists, talking to his fists, which is the funniest fucking thing ever. God, I loved weapons like these. He grabs onto you, and immediately, Zane, in your brain, you hear, "Oh shit, this guy's littered with bullshit." Yeah, he really is.
What are they saying?
They're saying you're littered with bullshit.
Like multiple, more than two, or
Ooh,
Yes.
one of them's more holy than the other. Yeah, and one of them's kind of like, reminds me of Bane a little bit. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe he's a spawn of him. I don't know. Maybe we should ask him. Can we? Yeah, I don't see why not. Hey, fella, are you a spawn of Bane? No.
know what?
This is something
Did I
I'm
hear that?
hearing.
No, I am better than Bane. I am stronger. Yeah, that's exactly what a spawn would say about their parent. Yeah, he's definitely a spawn of Bane, I think. Well, that sucks. Anyways, there's another one in there. Ooh, she's nicer.
Can I hear this conversation?
Nope, not at all.
Is this guy connected? Not at all.
Not at all. There's just deities talking to each other because of the connection.
Okay.
Hey, lady, are you, who I think you are? Why, yes, I am Sune. Well, at least a part of her. Hey, they're concerned about another connection. Do you know anything about it? Well, I thought that perhaps it was a cursed item that he was holding, or maybe, I doubt he has one of those. One of you? Perhaps he does. Do you think he has anything, similar to you? Well, I don't know. Maybe he could, I guess, in theory have one, but I don't recognize any of, then again, I guess we're not supposed to recognize others like us. Yeah, I don't know. Since we are creations of the gods, it's a little weird that, maybe we could sense it. Hold on. Hey, Zane.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe touch, I don't know how else to say, touch his items? See if we can make a connection?
Any I should start with in particular?
I don't know. Something he's received.
Or he also does have a bunch of dead body parts hanging.
That is also very fucking true. Good lord.
He also still has the wheel with the skeleton on it.
That
Oh my
is
God, that's right.
Jesus
Yeah, write that
Christ.
down because I forgot he had the wheel on.
That's
He just had
unreal.
this whole time walking around in public.
Oh my god.
Oh lordy.
Well, I mean, just anything, really. You could touch his weapons, really anything, actually.
What are they saying?
It could be anything, to be honest. I don't know.
Could be a weapon or anything. I guess
Okay, well, I'm
I
just
need
gonna
to
start
touch his
handing you my
weapon.
things.
I'm gonna start by touching his weapons one at a time.
Okay. Which one first?
The glaive.
The glaive? You go to pick up the glaive.
I can't pick it up. I'm just going to touch it.
You touch it with both. No, it doesn't seem like this one's, well, it is powerful. Whoever enchanted this thing is really talented. But I don't think it's, there's nothing extra in here, I don't think.
Don't think.
Well, we are weapons. Don't exactly have brains.
I mean, that's fair. Just making sure.
Yeah, we're just, whatever. All right, on to the next one.
What else? You got the axe, yeah?
Yeah. He'll put
Yeah,
the
the-
axe on the table.
Zane.
Mhm.
You go to touch the axe. And it's almost as if the radiant energy that comes off of Ori's axe burns your hands through your gauntlets.
Ugh. What in the hell?
What?
Your axe is a bit funky.
Oh. Ori will pick it up. Kind of wave it around a bit.
Doesn't feel any weird to you.
Ding it. It feels about the same. I don't know.
You'll hear Zane in your head. Oh, her radiance is all over that thing. Yeah, that hurt.
Definitely that one.
Definitely this one.
Yep.
Okay. All right, buddy. The jig's up. He'll talk to his head. Come on out. It's all right. There's a fucking bunch of you at this point. More the barrier.
Okay, do me a favor. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
The thing I love about Vuivra being like true neutral is I'm just watching this like weird two-sided out of six-sided conversation. Like I'm only getting like a third of the conversation. I'm just sitting here like, yeah, okay, whatever.
26.
Wow, that's
And if
really
that
good.
doesn't work. Flash of I would ask flash of genius.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
I'll
Okay.
hit him with it. That gives him an extra 5.
The DC was
Yeah.
30. A second goes by. And then another second. And then you hear, "Oh, fuck off, will you? I've been sleeping."
What are you? Who are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Actually, yeah, that's why I asked.
Mister, you've been
Respect.
swinging me around as if I'm your tool to use.
Well,
Not knowing who I am.
I don't know who you are because you never talked to me.
And it's my job to talk to you for what exactly?
Well, in my ignorance, I had no idea there was there's someone in the axe, so I'm just swinging it like an axe in my defense.
Unbelievable.
So, I'm Ori. It's nice to meet you.
You know, we've been attached at the hip now for a solid 4 months. I suppose I shouldn't be.
Well, I had no idea. I'm sorry.
I suppose I shouldn't be so rude. You did rescue me from that shopkeeper.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Lazarus.
otherwise known as the Sun Axe.
Hello, Lazarus. It's nice to meet you.
You're quite
anyway.
awkward, aren't you?
Yeah, no, this is awkward. I don't usually talk to inanimate objects, but this one's animate.
I'm not an animated object. I am a deity inside of an object. There's a difference.
Well, if you find it more comfortable, I can put you inside my head with the other two.
I'm sorry, the other two?
Yeah, I got a party going on in there.
Who exactly is in your head?
Oh, I got Malar and hold on, I have it written down.
Sune.
Sune. I mean, so many people in my head.
Brain farts.
Yeah, I got Malar and Sune in there.
The deities themselves. You have two deities in your head.
Yeah. Malar's been there for a little while. He made me kill my brothers. Heartbreaking day. And he also made me addicted to killing.
I'm going back to sleep.
No, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Was that too much? Too much at once?
I'm still quite tired myself. But go
I'm
on.
tired too. My life is painful. So I mean, how you in here? What happened? Maybe I can help you.
There's no helping me. I'm duty bound to this weapon till the end of days, because my mother decided that is how it needs to be.
Well, who's your mom? Maybe we can talk to her.
Yeah, there's no talking to her, unfortunately. She's no longer on this mortal plane.
Can I roll history for who the mom might be?
It'd be more of a religion check, actually.
Oh yeah, my bad. I never roll religion. Maybe. What's my religion at? 15?
That's not bad. You have never heard the name Lazarus. However, you do, with the 15 religion check, you know that there are, now because of experiencing it firsthand with two of your friends, there are weapons that were created by the gods in order to combat the fracture. And you would know that there are very few gods who actually made weapons, because there are very few that stood with the mortals. And you would know that there are very few that show themselves as a female. And you would know that that list is a pretty short one. You would know that Ammriel is one of them. You would know that Sune is one of them. You would know that Shanti is one of them. You know that Selune is also another female. And finally, Eldath, the goddess of peace. And you would also remember, with your religion check, that when you purchased this axe, there's a tag on it named after the goddess of peace. And you would know that this axe was purchased by a shopkeep from one of the many paladins that was devoted in the old sector of Sylvania in Artemis. And you would know that he was devoted to Eldath. And as you begin putting the puzzle pieces together, Lazarus will speak out again. I can see your brain moving from here. My mother is a goddess of peace. Or at least that's what they call her. She's more of a goddess of justice than anything. But I guess justice does breed peace. She's one of the more judgy gods, that's for sure. But she is powerful, and I am very powerful. As you've found out, you've been using me in my slumbered form for going on 4 months now.
Slumbered form?
Yes.
You're sleeping for
I've been sleeping for centuries.
Oh, well, I could, if you want company and someone to talk to, I can offer you that.
That
I'm a
sounds
nice guy,
That sounds dreadful. No, thank you.
kind of. Oh, come on, man. I'm pretty cool. I'm nice. I'll be humble about being cool, but I'm nice. Except the killing part, I can't help that. That's just a part of my character.
My eye just
That was
twitched.
that was in fourth. That was in fourth wall breaking. That's
I
just
know.
talking.
My eye almost twitched there.
Okay.
Well, since you and I have been associates for a couple of months, I suppose it's all right if you speak to me every once in a while.
I feel like we don't have to be pals, but we can be associates. Help each other with our goals, all that. Maybe we can get you out of this thing.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. The only thing that could ever get me out of this weapon is nothing short of a wish spell, and I don't think anybody of your caliber, no offense, has that ability. Maybe one day.
Well, we know a few people that could do that, maybe. I think first of all, we should probably find out if you're like a bad guy, because I've never heard of you before. No offense. Because I don't feel like releasing a evil demon god onto the world. We got enough to take care of. We gotta put a dragon inside a bunch of Warforge core tomorrow. So
Everything you just said made 0 sense. I'm going back to bed. If you need me, don't.
all right, bye.
And he kind of slumbers off and stops making noise.
All right, well, mystery solved, everyone. Lazarus is in my axe.
Oh, fun. Who's that?
He is the son of the goddess of peace. So that's not too bad. I'll take it.
That's
Yeah,
So,
Getting a little, no offense, Sune, if you can hear me, I'm getting a little tired of all the voices hanging around me, but that's okay. It's like friends like glued to you.
there's no response. Your connection was broken from her.
I'm just in case.
Yeah. She can hear you probably. There's no response.
Mallory, you can take full offense. You're an asshole. Most of the time.
You feel a slight tinge of a headache come on when you say that.
Okay, don't be an asshole again. You're just proving my point.
As you're
Anyway,
saying this, you hear a knock on the gate outside. And it's a pretty rapid one, too.
I go to the gate.
It's Laura, who had since slinked off back to check in on her husband. Hey, y'all, we have a problem.
oh,
My husband's missing.
God damn it.
We didn't do it.
Obviously
Yet.
not. Obviously not. We were out of the country. No one's been able to find. No one's been able to find him, and no one's been able to see him. No one's seen him in the last 4 hours. Everyone thought he just went and found. Went to our inner garden to relax, and whenever he started walking back there, no one else had seen him. Not even our own members of the Buckeye family. And Alan would be like, "Well, that's a pain in the ass."
That's quite problematic.
Does anybody, looking at the druids, do any of you have locate object prepared?
Not tonight, unfortunately. And
Nor do I.
Alan's like, neither do I. Actually, legitimately, for those two, I did not. Oops.
Oh, I mean, it's one of those, or locate creature.
Wait, did I put locate creature on?
Just gonna look at my dad to see if he's got anything to help.
He shrugs his shoulders like, no, not really. Yeah, unfortunately, looks like we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned
You're
way and go
Asshole.
go look for him. And then, as you are hearing all of this, Vivra and we'll go with Vivra and Elka. I'd like you both to make perception checks.
Hey, that doesn't suck.
No, it does not.
Hey.
Double digits.
We take those.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Weavra,
Yes.
you notice in the sky, looking towards the towers off in the distance, you notice a brief sparkle of golden fairy dust and a large cloud shine and sprinkle its way all around, starting to form a cloud above Esproar. You then notice a figure carrying what looks to be a small wolf in his hands. Off in the distance, probably, I'd say a couple thousand feet away in the air, but very easily to be seen. It is a medium-sized humanoid that seems to be gently floating through the sky and holding what looks to be a small puppy in his hands. Elka, you, with your 10, you notice a smell come over the air in Esproar. It smells like smoke. And then you, Elka, you hear a voice come from one of your side pouches. Is anybody there?
I'm gonna go fumbling for sending stones.
Hey, trying to talk to you. You hear the stone that's attached to Leon talking. Hello, Elka?
Leon!
Oh! You finally decided to pick up. I was just checking in.
Apologies.
It's been a while since I've heard from you and figured I'd make sure everything's alright.
For the most part, I believe things are going well.
Are they now? Then explain to me, why is it that my urn has broken?
Fuck me running.
Uh-oh.
Nothing ever goes right.
I'm gonna look at everyone and go, we need to leave.
What's wrong?
Oh, don't worry though. I feel like I've contained it myself. I just didn't expect.
Where? Ask him where.
Wait, where is it? Where do you feel it?
Oh, it's certainly within the capital city here in Arun. I figured I'd
make a trip home to check in on my friends and maybe spend some time with my dear old father.
We need to get back to Arun right now.
We are.
You are in Arun.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were still on the other ones.
Hold on.
We need to get.
You hear a specifically you, Libra. You blink your eyes, and the floating figure through the sky that you saw is gone. And instead, you hear a whistling sound of impact coming down to you and hits the ground. Dust clouds up. Hello, everyone. And in front of you, face stretched, eyes droopy, nose and ears where they were once pointy and in form also drooped. And standing in front of you is what can only be described as a gaunt version of Leon. And in his hands, you see not a wolf puppy, but a hellhound.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, it's not about where I got it. It's about who this is. And then he'll stare right at Lura. I think it's time.
Oh.
I think it's time. I pay my father a visit and remind him who I am. And he will fly off.
Fuck.
He will take off into the air towards the Lake of Life, and that's where we'll end tonight's session.
There's always something.
Man, why can't we just have a nice, easy quest?
Never nice. That's never easy. I miss when we were rescuing children.
Right?
Zach, when are we getting the fucking rescue the cat from the tree quest?
Next time.
Okay, we
Yeah.
need one of those. We need it.
So anyways,
evil deity.
Thanks for playing. And I'll let you guys brew over what the hell this means until next week. So, yay!
Next week is Mother's Day.
Yes.
Keep in mind. So.
Yes, it is. And I am already prepared to not play next weekend. But if we are playing, or if we can play, I would like to.
I know I will most likely be available in the evening.
I should be available.
I should be available as well, since we're going to be celebrating Mother's Day on Saturday. So, but, and then,
Sorry, Murdoch.
I will say, oh, this is more for Nate. I'm Monday the 12th. I'm not going to be home. Just letting you know. But okay, I'll be right back.
Fine.
I'll be right back.
Nope.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. We're going to go and end it there since we are getting late. And I'm going to... I have a lot of prep to do for the next session. So thank you for watching. Like we just said, Mother's Day may make it so we can't have a session. But I will check in and just make sure. But I'll let you guys know on Twitter or on YouTube. And remember, don't forget to follow us here. And over on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. If you want more content, we upload every single Wednesday at 7 or 5:30 p.m. Eastern time.
following any episode we stream live on Twitch. So, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.